When COVID hit, I was excited. I already had my own herbal disinfectant to use in my home. Hi, this is Teresa, and I'm from mymedicinalhome.com. So I was up at my mom's house recently, and I saw her lavender was in bloom. So I want to show you how to make your own herbal disinfectant, and I enjoy using lavender flowers because the smell makes my home smell like summer. Lavender typically blooms around June, but it's October and hers is blooming a second time. So I'm looking for the lavender that's just starting to bloom. And I just clip off just the tops. I use lavender in a disinfectant because it's antimicrobial, killing bacteria, viruses, and funguses. Once the lavender flowers have been pollinated, they turn brown and they start to lose their medicinal value. So when I make a lavender cleaner, it takes a lot of lavender, and so sometimes I'll use some of the other medicinal herbs in my garden to add to the cleaner. One of those is oregano. So this oregano, the same as the lavender, is just starting to bloom. So I'm gonna grab some of this oregano and I'm gonna add it to my cleaner. Other medicinal herbs, sage. Thyme is another great medicinal herb. If you have a rosemary plant, you can also add that to your cleaner. Today I'm going to make some lavender cleaner, and I used the lemon vinegar cleaner for most of my cleaning in my bathroom and in my kitchen. But these days I really feel good about using a lavender disinfectant just to spray down my house. And it smells amazing. I have a lot of other herbs in my yard that can be added. So just to make any kind of disinfectant from your herbs, you need 3/4 of any kind of jar, 3/4 full of your plant material. And then you fill the rest up with isopropyl alcohol. That alcohol content will pull those medicinal properties out of your plants. So lavender has antimicrobial properties, killing viruses and bacteria, and so do herbs. So I actually got these from my mom's yard yesterday, and I didn't have time to process them, so I put them in a plastic bag and I threw them in the fridge to keep them as fresh as possible. With your lavender, I'm mainly just using the flowers. So the flowers is where the medicine is. There's also properties in the stems, but mainly it's the flowers. So you need a sharp knife, or you can use scissors, and I'm just chopping it to open up those cells and getting the medicine out of the cells. So once everything is chopped up, we're just gonna put your plant material into your jar. Oh yeah, this is not gonna be 3/4 full, so I'm really glad I grabbed some of these other herbs. So I'm gonna chop up some of this oregano. Okay, then we'll add that. We're still probably not quite enough. So I'll add a few more herbs, or I could dump this into a smaller jar. I have a few more sage leaves, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add these in, then I'll call it good. Okay, so I'm about 3/4 full. All we do is add our rubbing alcohol, or isopropyl alcohol. This is 70%. So I'm gonna add a little bit more because I want this to come pretty close to the top of the jar. You want all the plant material covered, and you don't want a lot of air. This is complete. Anytime after 4 weeks, I'll strain it, and then I'll have my own herbal disinfectant to use and make my house smell wonderful and be clean and free of germs. So I made some lavender oregano cleaner back in the summer, and now I'm ready to process this. It has been sitting for actually a little over 6 weeks. I didn't get to it right away, which is fine. And I'm just gonna pour that over a strainer. And all I do now is pour this into a spray bottle and I'm ready to disinfect my home.